When Moses and Elijah appeared out of heaven to stand with Christ on the Mount of Transfiguration, the disciples with Christ recognized Moses and Elijah. Oh, when you get to heaven, you're going to know each other all right. Matthew 8:11 says, I say to you that many will come from the east and the west and sit down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. They're going to know each other, and we're going to know each other. When you get to heaven, you're going to know your parents and your children. You're going to know your brothers and your sisters. You're going to know the people that you grew up knowing, the people that were in the church you attended, and you're going to know so many more, as we'll learn in a moment. But you don't lose your memory when you go to heaven any more than Jesus lost his memory after his resurrection. When you get to heaven, it's the ultimate place of recognition. A lady at Tony Evans' church once asked him if you would know each other in heaven. He said, you won't know each other till you get to heaven the way you really should know each other. Because down here we have all these masks and all these things we use to cover up who we really are. But when you get to heaven, all that stuff will be gone, and you'll be able to see the beauty that's in each one of us that God has put there before we started to tamper with it. Heaven is the ultimate place of residence and the ultimate place of rejoicing and the ultimate place of recognition. But it's also the place of ultimate relationships. In heaven, we're going to have relationships with one another. Hebrews 12 tells us about some of the people who are going to be in heaven. Notice Hebrews 12, verse 22. But you have come to Mount Zion, or to heaven, the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem, to an innumerable company of angels, to the general assembly, to the church of the firstborn who are registered in heaven, to God the judge of all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect. That's quite a list. The Bible says basically all the people that have been saved, the angels, God himself, everybody's going to be there. And you have come to that place. And you're going to have relationships with people in heaven. I often think about this because, there's lots of folks that I've met in this life that I've become friends with, and I enjoy being with them. But I'm a reader, and I live in my library a lot, and I read, and I actually get to know people who aren't here anymore, who lived before I lived. They lived in a different time, and I get to know a lot about them, almost as if I could have fellowship with them, but I can't because they're dead, they're gone. But in heaven, we're all going to be together, and it will be possible for us to fellowship with people who lived at times other than when we lived. And I have some great, great thoughts about that. I mean,